Hello guys, good morning. So we already discussed about Python history, why it is using globally, and some functions in the Python and variables in the Pythons. As part of it, we are going to discuss about operators as well as collections in the Python. Okay, so let's see the operators in the Python. So, as part of operators, we'll talk about arithmetic operators. So, arithmetic operators. Okay. So, directly I am going to use print function to use the arithmetic operators. So, let me save this. Right. Now I am going to run this. You can see this 10 plus 3, 30. You can directly use in the print function, or else you can assign to some variable. Okay. So now let's see how it is working. You can see when I am assigning 10 plus 2 equal to variable, that is also working the arithmetic operation. So same like that, like I am using directly the print function. So I'm using that to show you other operators too. Okay. So let me explain this one by one. So now you can see I'm going to run this. Now you can see the result. This first two will be for print A. Okay, then it is giving 7. 10 minus 3 equal to 7 it is giving. Then 10 into 3, so I'm just multiplying, subtraction. 10 into 3, 30. Then dividing. So when I'm getting the floating value, it will give you the floating value. Okay, so if you want only this quotient or only this remainder, for that also we have option. That option also I already showed here. Let me explain. So the next operation is 10 star star 3. So which means 3 times of 10. So it's like 10 into 10 into 10. So how much the value? 1000. Okay. So then I am using here, this is for, I already told you, right? 10 slash 3, I am dividing it. So when the value is floating, if you want remainder or quotient, you can get it using other options. So this is one of the option to get the only to get only quotient value. So which means the first value before dot 3. Okay. So this option is for to type only remainder value. So here I am having multiple 3's and 5. So finally this is considered as 1. That's why it is giving 1. Okay. This is my arithmetic operator. So same like that arithmetic operator, I have comparison operator. Comparison operator. Okay. So this comparison operator will help me to compare the values. Okay, so as you guys who worked on already some programming, they know. So the comparison is not very difficult. It's just we are comparing the two numbers, like 5 is equal to 5 or 5 is less than um, 10. So like that comparison. So those comparison we will use it. So this comparison we um, already used in some programmings with conditions. When we are using condition, if else condition, loops, for loop, while loop, like that. So there also we used it. So whoever worked on some programming or scripting, they might aware of it. Okay, so let us start that also. For this also I am using directly my print function. Okay, so here I am giving 10 equal to 10. This is to check whether the two numbers are equal. Okay, I'm not using single equal to, I'm using double equal to. Okay, this is the syntax. Now you can see it is giving true. So same like that, this number I am using for some other comparisons also. Okay, 10 is equal to, we already checked. So let me check for not equal to, then greater than or equal to, then less than or equal to, then greater than, then less than. So now everybody know that the result of this value. Okay, so if someone is saying 10 is not equal to 10, will you accept that? No, right? So that is false. Another thing is, here it is showing 10 is greater than or equal to 10. So seriously it is not going to be greater than 10. Why? Because both the values are same. So the second condition is fine, 10 is equal to 10. So in that case it will take only true. The next condition also, one condition is failing, one condition is passing. Okay, one condition is true. So in that case it will take true value only. So here we are using only one condition, less than or greater than. Here both are fail. So in that case it will give you false. Okay, so let's see. Let me run this. So you can see, as I already told, you can see the result. Last two you can see false, false. I told you it is not going to be less than or greater than. Okay, here one condition is getting passed, so that's why it is giving true. So here also one condition is getting passed, that's why it is giving true. Whenever you are using single condition, it will give the exact result. So whenever you are using two conditions, it will give only true. If any one of the condition is true, then it will give you the result as true. Okay, so now if I am using more than one condition, okay, so for that only we will use logical operators. Logical operators. Okay, so if I want to use more than two conditions, there I can use logical operators. So now you can see here 10 is equal to 10 and I'm giving 4 is less than 5. Okay, so now you can see, as we already discussed, here both the conditions are true. 10 is equal to 10, 4 is less than 5. Okay, so let me see that, let me run this, then I will explain. Okay, so here you can see first it is showing true. when I am using comparison operator, it is taking the value if even if one value is if one condition is true. Okay, that will be taken care. Okay, that will be taken by taken as a result. But when I am using logical operators, so let's say I'm here using or. Okay, I'm using or, so let me run again. So here it is giving true, true. So or means, and means it is checking both. Okay, so or means any one of the value should be true. So this value is true, that's why it is giving true. For the same condition, if I am using and, what will happen? It will give false. Why? Because here also it is working like a or. Okay, greater than or equal to. Okay, less than or equal to. Here I am giving and symbol, which means both the conditions should be applied. So now it will give you the false. So why? Because so one condition is getting false, one is true, one is false. In that case it will give false. It is not or actually, but when I am using the comparison operator, on the time this will be considered as or. Okay, without mentioning the or, this will consider as or. So the finally I am using more than one condition. The first condition is true, the second condition is true, the third condition is false. Okay, so when I am using or here, it will give you true. Why? Because here two conditions are getting true. Even if one condition is getting true, then also it will give you true. But here it is already giving two conditions true, right? Why? Because I am using or operation. So any one of the conditions should be true, that's it. So but when I am using and operation, it will check for all the conditions. So even if any one of the condition is failed, it will be considered as false. Okay, so this is how the operators will work. Okay, fine. So now the operators is fine. So now we will discuss about the collections. Collections in Python. So we have three types of collection. One is list and tuple and set. So these three types of collection we have. Okay. So let me save this. Okay, fine. So first let's see each one of the collection. So for each collection will be denoted by different brackets. This list collection will be denoted by square brackets. Okay, this tuple collection will be denoted by brackets, and set will be denoted by the curly brackets. Okay, okay. So what is collection? This collections means collection of data types or data, we might say. Okay, so why? Because we already used a variable, right? So when I'm using the variable, what happened? We will assign one value to a one variable. So when I'm calling that variable, it will give you one value, right? So but when I'm using the collection, it will store more than one value. So the value might be anything. It might be all integer, all string, or all floating, all combination of different data types. That's why we are saying this is collection of data types as well as we can say collection of data also. Okay, this is we will call collections in the Python. So first let me use list. So a is equal to, in the square brackets, I'm just giving 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Okay, let me print this. Same print function will be used to print. Okay, as well as I am typing means getting the type of. Okay, so let me run this. Okay, same time I will use all the brackets. Let's see. So don't want to run separately. Let's finish this off. Okay, so now I'm running this. Let's see. Here giving all the values 1 2 3 or 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. So first one is list, second one is tuple, third one is set. Why? Because I'm using different brackets. For list I'm using square brackets. For tuple I'm using brackets. Okay. For set I'm using curly brackets. Okay. So in this, how the data will be saved? Let's see. So to store this data, the collection is using indexes. Okay, indexes will be used to store and call the data. So that's how this is storing more than one value. Okay, so the index will start from 0. We have 5 data, but we will say 0 to 4 only. If it is 5, then it will end in the 4. Why? Because it is starting in the 0. Okay, index. Okay, so okay, fine. As I already told, I will use different data types also. I will use different data types also in same. It will list. Let me write it here 2.34. So let me rename the variable d. Okay, I'm giving one boolean, I'm giving one string. Okay, so now you can see, sorry, here I have not mentioned properly, right? So now I'm running this. You can see it is giving all the data, right? But still it is list. Why? Because I have used square brackets. Okay, okay, so in that case it is giving always all the data, but in real time we might need, there will be a requirement to get some field. Okay, to get some exact field. So let's see, means let's assume we need only this true. Okay, so in that case it means in this field only it will come true or false. Okay, so I need this value only. So in that case, which field it is, I need to calculate like this: 0 1 2. So like that only I need to calculate. So now I am using the print function to print that exact also d of 2. So like that you need to run. Now you can see here it is giving only true, right? Do you understand? Right. The same like that I will use this for tuple also. what is the variable name for tuple? B, right? I saved it. So now it is giving 3. 2 means this one, 0, 1, 2. Okay. So for this set it will not work. For this set it will not work actually. Okay. So this is how the collections will work. Fine. So hope you guys understand. Okay. Go through this video whenever you need. Just learn. Also I am adding one by one all the session, means all the topics in the Python. Okay. So we'll see in the next session. Thank you so much. Thank you.